10 years ago, among the brightest cast members chosen for the Outlander series, there were two names that seemed to be born for each other on screen: Sam Heughan and Caitríona Balfe. No one could have guessed that that first meeting would open up a decade of brilliant careers, of unforgettable moments, and perhaps, of a promise that was never made public. When fate called Jamie and Claire, in September 2013, Caitríona Balfe first met Sam Heughan at a screen test, just a few days before the official filming process began. The instant chemistry, the mutual glances, the unscripted dialogue, all made the production team understand they had found Jamie and Claire. Sam recalls, "We had only met for a few minutes, but I knew this was someone who would accompany me for a long time." And yes, they have been together for more than a decade. In the spotlight, through the scenes of love, loss, and struggle between Jamie and Claire, the audience not only saw the acting, but also felt a connection that went beyond the script. And it is from that chemistry that a question has been simmering in the hearts of fans for 10 years. Is there something more special between Sam and Caitríona? Friendship or hidden love? In many interviews, both Sam and Caitríona shared about their close relationship. "Sam is the first person I call when I have good news," Caitríona once said. "We understand each other so well that we don't need to speak to know what the other is thinking," Sam confided on a talk show in 2021. They have been through many seasons together, through cold winter days in Scotland, cross-continental promotional trips, and even pressure from the media and fans. What touched the audience was not just the image of them holding hands on the red carpet, but also the times their eyes found each other in the crowd, the endless laughter backstage, and the way they always defended each other against all rumors. Caitríona got married in 2019, a private and discreet decision. Sam always congratulated her, present with affectionate eyes, even though at that time, the entire Outlander fandom seemed to explode with disappointment. They hoped for a fairy tale ending for Jamie and Claire in real life, but that did not happen. Or maybe not yet. An unforgettable moment at the Outlander 10th anniversary party. In the spring of 2024, on the occasion of Outlander's 10th anniversary, stars held a grand anniversary party in Edinburgh. The guests were those who had accompanied the project throughout the years, but the highlight of the event was still the legendary couple, Sam Heughan and Caitríona Balfe. Appearing in an elegant black dress, Caitríona looked like a lady from another era. Sam, with a neat tuxedo and a warm smile, approached her. They met eyes among hundreds of gazes, but it seemed that in that moment, there were only two people. As the wine was poured into the glass, Sam raised his glass, his eyes turned to Caitríona. "For the past 10 years, I have had the most wonderful co-star anyone could wish for. But most of all, I have a companion who understands me better than I understand myself. And I hope, no matter how the world changes, we will always keep the promise we made in the first year." The whole audience fell silent. A promise? People looked at each other, wondering. Only Caitríona smiled slightly, her eyes shining with something both warm and strange, as if she was also remembering something deep. Behind the scenes, an unrecorded promise. Years later, during an intimate chat with the Inner Circle podcast, the host tactfully asked Sam about the first-year promise. He laughed, neither confirming nor denying. "Sometimes, in the early days of a big journey, people say things, like a silent commitment. Not to the world, but to themselves and a special someone. Kate and I used to say, no matter what, we would never let our careers get in the way of our relationship." It's rumored that, in 2015, after the first season of Outlander, when both were caught up in the whirlwind of fame and busy schedules, they wrote a promise together. A small note, which read, "No matter where life takes us, always remember that a part of your heart belongs to those early days. And if after 10 years we still have this bond, then let's sit down together, one last time, and say what has never been said." Number one knows if that letter still exists. But to this day, the feelings between Sam and Kate have never faded. Secret meeting in Glenfinnan. The Unseen Journey. In July 2024, a photo took the Outlander fan community by storm on social media. In it, Sam and Caitríona appeared together in Glenfinnan, the iconic land of Scotland, also the place where the first scenes of Jamie and Claire were filmed. There was no crew, no assistants, no journalists. Just two people, hand in hand, walking along the lake in the foggy afternoon. Locals said that they saw Sam and Kate sitting for a long time on the grass, looking out at the obelisk. No one approached, perhaps because they felt something sacred, as if the two were performing an old ritual, or fulfilling a promise that had lasted for decades. Things that don't need to be said still exist forever, Sam once said in an interview. There are feelings that don't need to be named. It's not love, it's not friendship, it's not family, but it's stronger than all of them. And perhaps the relationship between Sam Heughan and Caitríona Balfe is just like that. Something beyond the usual labels, beyond the boundaries of reality and fiction. Maybe they're not a couple in real life. Maybe both of them will forever keep their hidden corners to themselves that no one will touch. But one thing is certain, through every look, every handshake on stage, every smile when mentioning each other, they are still Jamie and Claire, still Sam and Kate. And that promise, although never confirmed, has probably become the most sacred thing between them. A decade, a love, a promise forever. Sam Heughan and Caitríona Balfe have shown the world that there are relationships that don't need to be flashy, that don't need a name. Just look at the look in their eyes after 10 years, and you'll understand. There is a promise between them, even if it's silent, but it will live forever. Because there are feelings that don't need to be explained, they just need to be kept. And those who believe in it will always feel it. Dizzy, a promise, a memory, an eternal symbol. Heart.